1,000-year-old wooden comb, Afro comb. Look at the teeth. Obviously, that we use this comb, and you can see that sometimes the teeth are broken. Yeah, sometimes those teeth are broken, but if you take a look at the rock art, you know that it is interesting because this is the same thing they use when they're making different things, such as combs. This is an area that the archaeological director took us to. He said, well, I never take anybody there because I don't trust them. I don't know what they're going to do with the information. But he actually took us to the area. Look at the horns here. Rock art everywhere. These people on horse, see that? There's a horse, there's a man. His arm is on the horse's neck or the reins. Here he has a stick in hand. See that? So a lot of different things that you see. All this is going to be flooded, by the way. All of this will be gone in the Kajbar area. This is the area where if you go to YouTube, you'll see the Kajbar shooting. 4 people were shot down. 1 person, you can actually see it. They carry him away after he's actually shot because they were doing what? Protesting the dam. That's all they were doing. Here's Manu Ampim. He's actually sending me some materials too that you can't get other than in that area. So this is the archaeological director. So can you imagine meeting the director of the site? We just met. I met his father, and his father called him. So within an hour, he was excited to show me a crocodile that they keep around that they stuff. And then this is his son, by the way. He'd just been circumcised. He had just been circumcised, so he wanted to show us this. Anyway, the Kajbar, this is a typical Nubian home, by the way. So the Kajbar area is the area that people most know about. There's the Circumcision Dam at the 5th cataract. You have another Chinese firm that's in cahoots with the Sudanese government to build it for $711 million project. We have no idea the extent to which the lake is going to be created. People are concerned that the Nile Valley will no longer be a living entity, but a series of lakes. And under that, the Nubian villages and artifacts. But take a look, I want you to take a look at the map. Can anybody find the 5th cataract or the Circumcision Dam? Where's it at on this map? Okay, south, where?
There on the right, up, right there.
Okay, Circumcision Dam. So the Nile is flowing in what direction? From south to north, right? So you have the Blue Nile and White Nile that come together in Khartoum. And they're flowing from south to north. So they're flowing in this direction, right? So when the Circumcision Dam is built, where is the water going to be?
South of it.
South. So south of that. And look what's south of that. The great royal city of Meroe. Not Meroe. Here's the Meroe Dam, is the 4th cataract. I'm talking about the royal city of Meroe that the great Chancellor Williams talks about. The city was the royal city. So there's no details. We don't know what is going to be the extent of the lake that's going to be created, but I know that the Meroe area is in jeopardy. Here's the Kajbar Dam. Here's another one. So what's at Meroe? Well, you have the pyramids of Begrawiya. People think these are pyramids of Meroe. They're not actually in Meroe. They're near Meroe. This is a diagram of the area. These are all of the tops have been knocked off by the Italian guy Ferlini and also George Reisner from Boston, looking for gold, looking for treasure. Did they find any? No. But the monuments are destroyed. Oh, by the way, look at the, well, you can't see it too much, but the bottom right, that's not my finger, that's the ears of a donkey. So you got to do what you got to do to get around, whether it's a private car, whether it's a public car, a donkey, doesn't make any difference. So we get to the site, it's way out in the middle of the desert. Nobody was there, by the way, in this great area, other than about 3 or 4 people from, guess where? China. From China. They took a few days off from the Meroe Dam to go explore the monuments. And my colleague Sorowat saw them because they were climbing the structure. He told them to get down from the sacred monuments. And then he talked to them, and that's how we found out where they were. But a whole dozens of pyramids for kings, queens, and high officials. Begrawiya is the area. It's a major site, pyramid site. You have chapels in front of pyramids. This is damaged by the treasure hunters. And so this was done earlier in this century. And by the way, near Begrawiya is the great capital city of Meroe. This is all that's left for you to know where it is, the royal city. Estimated from 20 to 25,000 people at the royal city of Meroe. So my colleague was disappointed. And it's just an old beat up tattered sign. No security, no booths, no nothing. You can go there and do what you want, the way you want at Meroe. So I was looking for the telltale sign that it was an archaeological site. So what does a researcher look for to know? If you don't see the great structures, what do you need to find? Artifact, pot fragments. So pot fragments, that's what you have to find. So that's what I was looking for, and that's what led me to the central axis of the Amen temple. Here, this is the Holy of Holies. So people with the great procession would be in this direction. Here you see parts of the column. This is the Holy of Holies here, the great royal city of Meroe. That's what you see there. So my colleague, so here's there's a lot of pot fragments everywhere. That's how I knew where to go. These are sphinxes here on either side. And okay, so that's what, so who knows if Meroe is safe or not? Don't know. All I know is that it's been hush hush, and we have to find this out. You might say, well, who is it in the government that's so unconcerned about preserving ancient African culture and history? Who are these people in the government? Somebody would say, well, it's nothing more than Arabs who want to destroy African history. Not the case. Take a look at all these are all of the top government officials. All of them. Here's Bashir, the president, and these are any vice president, you name it. So now South Sudan is broken off. So you have the new South Sudan president, but he was a vice president, minister of foreign affairs, you name it. These were all of the top leaders. So you don't have Arabs trying to destroy African history. You have Africans who think like Arabs, who have no concern about the history because it doesn't bring them any money. So that's what's happening today, is that people like Bashir want to make money by putting some of that damn money in his own pocket. And I'm spelling damn differently. D-A-M-M. That's what he's doing. So this is one of the great issues that confront us. And so, maybe at another time I'll let you hear what Ehab had to say, because you really need to hear his voice. But anyway, what can we do? So these are three things that you can actually do here to help. This is our campaign to support the field research in 2012 and 13. I've gone out in the field myself over the years, and I've had my colleague Sorowat. But to really do the work and document it and create a very high-quality professional DVD, we really need an archaeological team. So I've been putting together the details of that. So we really need to do it right. We need 50,000 next year to have a research team to truly document the work in the field next year. And so I think we can do that. But anyway, it's going to be tough, but that's what needs to be done. So we can have the money we need and do the work to help save Nubia. So next couple years, but next year we need 50,000. If you can help, we need it. Second thing is I'm working to challenge UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, and make it into a World Heritage Site that's in danger. There's no reason why the Nubian and Kushite areas are not World Heritage Sites that's in danger. So that's the task, is to argue to UNESCO that this needs to be designated a World Heritage Site, which will stop the dam projects. And that's the second thing. And thirdly, talking with Ehab and others, we can help create museums in the area. And the government shouldn't be against that, because museums would help to, at least in one sense, keep the memory alive. He told me, Ehab, that the local people, such as himself, have a lot of artifacts. They don't know what to do with them. And they can find other artifacts. They know where they are. And they would protect artifacts if there was a project. So this is the third thing, is to build several museums in the area. Of course, the government would like to destroy the artifacts and the sites and then create a museum instead. We would like to keep the sites and create museums, to do both. So anyway, these are the three things that really have to be done. So this is what we're working on now. And we need as much help and support as we can get. But I hope that you would agree that it's worth our time and effort to do whatever we can to help save Nubia. It would be one of the greatest tragedies that in our lifetime we sit back and watch people destroy Nubia. Because that's exactly what's happening.